What's going on, guys? Today's episode is brought to you by Ridge Wallet, and that's because I got sick and tired of my old school bulky wallet I didn't want to carry in my pocket anymore, and I am not one for man purses. So this is the way I went. Holds up to 12 cards, has a money clip, so it takes care of my stuff that way. The whole thing is about the size of a credit card, so slides right in my pocket, no problem. Also comes in about 30 different styles. This is forged carbon, but it comes in aluminum, titanium, a whole bunch of other colors and materials. If you buy right now, between now and September 18th, any purchase is going to enter you into a contest to win a Jeep Gladiator. You can get the off-road version or the convertible version if you win. And all you got to do is use code RBP or go to ridge.com/RBP. Click the link in the description, go to ridge.com/RBP or use the code RBP when you're buying, and it'll get you 10% off. Plus it will enter you into the contest. Win that Jeep, guys. Thanks a lot. Check out Ridge. Missy, how are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
You're a special guest today. You're the first ever female on Bodybuilding and Bollocks.
I'm so excited. Melissa kind of like pops in here and there, right?
Yeah, we've had like, you know, a contest winner. I can't remember. I think that was Alexia. I think that was her name.
Hey, didn't she win her pro card?
Alexia?
I'm pretty sure she did.
I don't know. I mean, she seemed like she was a beast when she was on.
Like last weekend.
Really?
Wow.
North Americans. I'm pretty sure I saw her win a pro card.
Well, if she won, congratulations then. That's awesome. It's probably because she was on the show. Everybody who does the show is winning something. Yeah, you won your last show, Ben. Yeah, no, I think you're the first woman because we had Alexia who won a contest, and Melissa is like a regular like pop in and out, but we've never had an actual like female guest. So welcome to Bodybuilding and Bollocks.
We had
Thank
James.
you so much.
We had James when his testosterone was like 0.0. Like that counts.
Yeah, that counts. So wait, before we get into more with Missy, I'm gonna welcome Nathan because he's here now. This should be interesting.
Hold on to your seats.
Yeah. So you're shredded. I can see you're shredded. You're like ready to go. You're stage ready.
Me?
Yeah. Not us.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like seven days out now from the Arnold. And my husband and I, we actually fly out on Sunday. So I'm just ready to get there. I'm ready to go.
Nathan, what's up, man? How are you?
Not pretty good. Not too bad. Just woke up.
You shaved your beard.
Yeah, man. Look young and fresh, don't I?
You actually look pretty today. You don't look ugly anymore.
I'm always fucking good looking. Always.
We have a special guest. Missy's with us, Nathan. You want to say hello?
Hey, Missy, good.
We have to be respectful to Missy, okay? She's a married woman. She's very classy. You can't treat her like Brittany.
Bro, I am always respectful and classy.
Missy, you already have an Arnold title, correct?
I do. Yeah. I won it last year.
Is it just one?
Yes.
And you also have an Olympia title, of course.
Yeah.
So you are the most winningest person on Bodybuilding and Bollocks ever, I think.
Okay.
Nathan, you just took a back seat.
It's in.
Also, I love it. How many Arnolds?
I'll have an Arnold by the end of this year. And maybe next year, the after, I'll have an Olympia. Maybe.
But the Arnold UK is not the same as the Arnold USA. You know that.
Fuck you. Arnold. Same shit.
I'm just fucking with you, man. So you got another Arnold coming up. You have one Arnold victory or more?
Oh, just one.
And you're coming up for the second one. Who's the main competition this one coming up?
So it's gonna be the like other reigning champs, Whitney Jones and Oksana. You know, we're always kind of like neck and neck there, but I think that the fitness division has really like elevated within the last couple of years. So there are a lot of like fresh young faces that are coming up that are going to be threats too. But ultimately, I just bring my best every show and try as hard as I can. And that's what I plan on doing.
Oksana wasn't there last year, was she? Or did she do the Arnold or the Olympia or no?
She did the Olympia last year.
Okay.
She did not do the Arnold.
Okay.
But yeah, she'll be there this year, which is exciting, because she is someone who's been in the industry for a long time.
Mhm.
And I just kind of consider it like, an open bodybuilder being able to compete against like Dorian or Ronnie
Yeah.
Coleman,
Yeah.
that caliber of athlete. So it's great for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. So the Arnold, how's your prep gone so far? I mean, you look amazing. You can tell you're shredded
Thank you.
already. So how's everything gone? Smooth?
Yeah, I mean, it was really emotional the first once John passed, and still like in the grieving process, but I know that like John would want me to keep going and push through all this like adversity. So yeah, it's been hard, it's been emotional. And I also lost my father-in-law late June of this year. So it's been like tough, but
Sorry to hear that.
thank you. Yeah, I'm just it has been a really good prep in the sense that I haven't gotten injured. I'm where I need to be. Yeah, I'm just ready to get on stage and do it for John. This has been like a really big like motivating factor to like do it for him and for us.
What's so you have the Arnold and the Olympia. Is there something after the Olympia? Like, is there smaller shows that you'll continue to do, or is it those two and then that's it for the year?
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the Legion Sports Fest in Reno, Nevada.
Okay.
And then after I have a guest performance in Idaho, and the schedule is it fills up afterwards. Once, after the Olympia is over, then people want me to start guest posing and stuff. So that'll be good.
How many Olympias are you going to win?
I'm gonna go for as long as I can stay healthy.
What's the record for fitness wins? Is it Adela has it or no?
Yeah, Adela with 8 times.
8 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got your work cut out for you, Missy.
Yeah.
Nathan, how's your prep going?
Easy, bro. Not too bad.
I saw your most recent photos. You're looking freaky.
You know this, bro. Did you ever think I wouldn't look freaky? Come on, it's me.
But I have to tell you something honestly. Your back has improved dramatically.
It's better, right?
Yeah, I don't know did you post your back shot or is that just you sent it to me?
Yeah, I posted it on the page.
Let me just check it out real quick. I'm going to show everybody.
It was a weak point, and it isn't a strong point, but it's better.
I don't know if it was ever a weak point. Just you always had higher lats, and it seems like you're filling in the bottom more. Like if it seems like you're filling in this bit with more beef.
Yeah.
So
I'm better now than that picture. The video I'm better.
Is the video from the back too?
Yeah, I'm better on this.
There you go.
You eat them better.
I can't believe how full you look.
I feel flat as fuck, yeah.
Yeah, but you're eating cheat meals like every day.
Well, because the weights I stopped doing cardio. I was doing like 20 minutes a day, right?
Yeah.
And the weights just literally just coming off me. I'm just flattening out within like a day or two.
20 minutes a day. Ben was doing like 2 hours.
You remember the podcast where we spoke about him being relatable, where he cried on stage? He's now just fucked that off again, and everyone's like, "Fuck this guy."
He's totally not relatable.
Yeah.
20 minutes of cardio is doing too much. So you drop the 20 minutes and you start
20 minutes, and then I was just flattening out, but literally.
That looks good right there. The fucking play button's in the way. Yeah. Your back looks better, man. Your back looks better. It's going to be impressive.
Yeah, so I was just seeing to me keep flattening out. Like on here, I'm flat as fuck. No, on the video.
You look flatter here than the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Crazy.
So we've changed a few things, supplement wise and food wise. We've changed a few things, but I feel good. The diet's easy. Seems to be a lot easier right now.
How many cheat meals a week are you having?
I had 2 yesterday. I had what was it yesterday? So Thursday, right? I had 3 3 on Saturday, last Saturday, and 2 yesterday. And,
so hang on, they're not, you know, we're not talking about refeeds, right? We're talking about actual cheats, like you're just having fucking burgers and fries and shit.
Whatever I want, bro. Like Ascot said yesterday, he said yesterday, eat until you physically can't eat no more, until you're literally going to be sick because you're just too flat. Like you're just too flat. And that was after that video.
Mm-hmm.
And Bada said the same thing. But I ate yesterday. I had 2 meals and I physically couldn't move last night. But then I got to do some posing this morning at 12 o'clock. We're back with Ascot. No pump, no nothing. And I'm a hell of a lot better than that video now.
Really, eh? Holy fuck, man. How do you burn? You're just, it's just genetics. I mean, how do you
It's not black Philippine, bro. I'm telling you.
All right. More importantly, I have to address this, Missy, and please don't get mad at me for saying this. But is there any way I can convince you to be like a champ and not just the fitness champ? Because I think this physique and figure would be like, we've talked about this before, but I'm trying to find like a dead on shot. But have you ever considered doing the champ thing where you're like switch divisions and maybe win figure?
Yeah, like the Conor McGregor. Oh, that's an old one.
I know, but at least shows your shape though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, I just love fitness and I can't see myself doing anything else right now, especially being at the top. But, you know, if an injury ever like took me out of fitness, I probably would switch to figure, but I don't even, I think I would want to do that right now.
Well, I wouldn't, I'm not saying like you should quit fitness. I'm saying, is it possible? Like, would they let you do both?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, yeah. So I tried to do it at a Tim Gardner show a while ago, but once you're like a pro, you have to like pick a specific division and you can't cross over between pro shows.
I know why.
Because Missy would win?
No, because pros don't pay an entry fee.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, why do they care about that?
Because you're a show promoter. The more classes an amateur enters, the more money you get.
No, I get it, but it doesn't hurt them. Like it doesn't impact them negatively, though.
No, but they're like, we don't get any money, so don't let us. Yeah, whatever.
So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, you know, when I think of figure girls, and there's a lot of great figure girls, so I'm not saying it'd be easy, but like, this is a really great physique, Missy. Like it would be an interesting experiment. Let's just say that.
Thank you. Yeah. You know, I do train like a bodybuilder. So I think it's super important to, you know, train hard to like attain that physique. And then obviously with the fitness division, we have that like 2-minute routine, but my goal is always to bring that pro figure like physique on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The physique round is, I mean, certainly when I was helping Denise do her show, the physique round is very much scored similar to a figure.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Missy, is this part fun for you, or is this part? Are you acting here? Like, is this diva Missy, or is this like for pretend for the stage?
No. I mean, I do practice my posing as I would on stage. I think it's very important because once you get up there, you got the nerves, you have the adrenaline, everything kind of just goes out the window unless you have that like muscle memory where you practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It still staggers me that division is highly impressive to me. Like we've all been, well, I've been okay-ish lean, but you guys have been shredded. Imagine trying to perform when you're like depleted and peeled and.
There's no way. I mean, I've been around because when I started, it was just fitness, right? So I've been around fitness girls and they're like, you know, they're shredded, they're barely eating any carbs, and they're practicing the routine every day. I mean, Missy, you can speak to this. Like, it's got to be, like, I don't know how you get through it. Like, bodybuilders are sitting there complaining, we don't have shit to do. Like, Nathan's doing 20 minutes of cardio.
Oh, bro. Oh,
3 cheat meals a day.
Yeah. How long do you practice your routine for? Or do you like, is it daily or is it every other day, or how often do you practice?
So it's every other day now. It's crazy because like John and I had a conversation on he had passed on a Sunday, and we talked on Thursday. And it was really awesome. I think it was like God's will for me to like be able to express to him how much I appreciate him, and just everything I had on my heart and my mind, I was able to like tell him about. But we actually kind of went over a game plan of what the next couple of weeks were going to be. So I ended up doing fitness routine specific stuff Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
Okay.
And the other days I'm training. Sundays are my days off. Whereas the prep before, I was literally training, like lifting every single day, which caused like tendonitis and get a bunch of shots in my shoulder and my elbows because I was just so like overworked. But here I've been super healthy.
How do you get away with training like a bodybuilder? No other girls do that. I don't see a lot of other women training like a bodybuilder, but you've maintained a feminine, nice figure physique, but training like a bodybuilder. How is that? How do you get away with that?
Well, I don't know. I love to train, and I think it like enhances my physique. It brings it out more. I feel like if I wasn't lifting like a bodybuilder, one, I wouldn't be having fun, and it would just, I don't know. I just love to do it.
Boring, yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, what do you think about that? You think a lot of women don't use bodybuilding techniques enough? Is it looked down upon too much by a lot of women?
I still think there's a stigma, right? There's that. I don't know. I think the top girls that I see are training properly.
Yeah.
From what I can see.
In what division? You're talking about like Liv and that, like those girls, like what
That's
girls
figure, right? Figure and physique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any of the girls in the top, well, even the top 10 at the Olympia training like they shouldn't be.
Yeah. So really it's just like
they're all getting after it.
So is it just the bikini girls then that are kind of doing something different?
Well, even have you seen some of the wellness girls train their legs? I mean, they're not messing around.
Wellness girls don't fuck around, no.
They're not messing around. But they have the mentality of they're trying to put on that dense tissue on their lower body, right? I think it's maybe what you're talking about is that stigma where they're fearful of getting like
gaining too much muscle,
but I don't know anyone. Well, Nathan probably is like has this problem where he's scared of putting on too much muscle too quick because he's a freak. But I mean, if you're competing in this game, no one has the problem of putting muscle on too quick, right? I mean,
yeah. I'm not saying it again a negative way. I'm not saying the bikini girls are lazy or anything. I mean, their objective is not to put on massive amounts of muscle, but like even women I see at the amateur level that don't have any muscle, they're scared to get big shoulders, or they're scared to get, too big. Their arms are too big. And you see them doing like kind of workouts that don't do anything. And I'm like, even the bikini girls, when I see them in real life, I'm like, they're a lot bigger than people think. Like they have more muscle than people think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I see. I know what you mean.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like amateur girls starting out, are they, or Missy, maybe you can speak to this. Are they too fearful to lift because they don't want to ruin their feminine look or whatever it may be? Like if you're in bikini, should you still be doing some bodybuilding stuff?
I believe so. Yeah, for sure.
Ben, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Missy.
Oh, and just, I think that like the intensity needs to be there, like, especially for like a woman's physique competitor or like woman's bodybuilding, like you have to like really go in there with a purpose. Whereas if you're a bikini girl, maybe you're not that intense, but you still, need to like lift weights to attain that muscle or that like harder look.
I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, I guess the way I mean it is this. So as a promoter of like a level 1 show, I see a lot of girls who are like, you know what, I want to do bikini. And they go on stage and they have no muscle. So their butt, for example, which is like a main part of bikini, obviously, is flat. And it's because they're not squatting or they're not doing anything that would actually build any muscle. So I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at, is the girls that are starting out aren't doing anything to build muscle because they think bikini girls is just about losing the fat and then walking on stage.
Well, I think what your point is they can afford to gain quite a lot of muscle before they even start to look like they've got too much muscle.
That's, I guess that's what
Right?
I'm saying. Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, if I put on like 5 pounds, I'm like, fuck, if you put on 5 pounds of muscle, you look a lot better and healthy. And like, it's, you're talking about what they're scared of is the look they're scared of is 20, 25 pounds of tissue down the line, right? And it's like, you're a long fight. You're not gonna wake up by accident and be like, oh fuck, what happened? You're gonna catch that along the way. So I'm slightly skewed to it, I was gonna say, because the handful, I think I've got maybe 8 or 9 female competitors, and it's the same with the guys. I get people now come to me that are pretty locked in. They're already on that mindset. They're already there. So I'm not getting the bikini girls that are just starting out and want to do. So I'm like, I don't really know. All the girls that I work with are kind of
already there.
Already visioned.
Nathan, I want to ask you, man, are you going to have any trouble getting to the US for the Olympia? Are you going to make it?
I don't know. Hopefully, brother. I've just applied for this NI or anything. It's like an exemption for people who are athletes. So you haven't got to basically, what's the word? You haven't got to isolate or do all that bullshit. Quarantine.
So isn't that the one that Eddie Hall flew in on that, right? When he did the World's Strongest Man, I think he had he just flew straight on a business or athlete visa. I was talking to.
So I have the P1. I have the P1.
Yeah.
But obviously, even with that, you still have to quarantine. But you just got to basically get this NI or anything. We're waiting for that now. So hopefully, it can, all going good. I can just get out there on the Sunday straight after the Arnold.
So the Arnold is still a week and a half away. Well, not a week and a half. 2 weeks for you. 2 weeks for you.
Yeah. But my plan is to just leave Kuwait on the Thursday, arrive to England on the Friday, go the Arnold Saturday, and then straight to Florida Sunday morning.
Fucking hell, you're a madman. I love it.
You're not gonna retain any water being too close to the show.
I actually get lighter when I fly.
That's true. We talked about that. That's right.
Yeah,
he's like the reverse. Nathan's a reverse of bodybuilding.
He's a reverse in every way.
I look a lot. That's why. So if it was to fly in, so for me, that's to fly in either a week before or a day before, and I won't get that little bit of water.
Yeah.
If I fly in like 3 days, then I catch a little bit of water. But if I've known now, if I fly in a day before, it won't come on me as quick, and I can just go in, jump in, and do the job and get off. Yeah.
So you got Samson. Who else is in the show? Who else is in the show? That is
Jamie Joao.
Jamie Joao. Yeah. Who else?
Tim.
Kuba.
Tim. Who does that? What is it? Who design?
Yeah. Tim Bouchard. That ain't Canadian guy. What's his name? Coach.
Oh. Fuck. What's his name again?
No, I mean, right?
Joe Little.
Joe. Yeah. That's it.
So Coach Joe. And the rest, I don't even know. I only found out, to be honest, yesterday on the Two Bros. I haven't even given it any thought, to be honest.
Samson gonna beat you?
Fuck, you mad? Are you mad?
I win either way, Nathan. I win either way.
Let's put it this way. You seen the pictures yesterday.
Yeah.
Samson posted his picture today. My black ass can walk on stage tomorrow, drinking a shitload of Diet Coke, a shitload of water, eating cheat meals. And Samson doing 3 eggs a day. You know his black ass is fucking out. Is out.
I saw that.
You 3 eggs a day, you're fucked.
I saw that meal. I sent him a message. I'm like, dude, you're doing some bikini shit, man. I'm like, his meal was literally like this little thing just in the middle of this massive plate. I was like, what the fuck are you eating? But hey, man, we all got to get to that place a different way, right? So
yeah,
I think Samson's going to look great. I'm excited.
Yeah,
and hopefully it'll be you guys 1 and 2. I don't care who it is, but I think
that'll be his best look, to be honest.
Hostile comes out 1 and 2, I'll be happy. So
yeah, bro, you know that. You know how we roll.
Samson's itching to get to the Olympia though, man. He might bring something special. You'll never know.
Listen, nobody can say you can keep knocking and knocking and knocking. People ain't gonna open the door. You think I'm gonna leave that door open? Do you mad?
This it's not a qualifier though, right? It's for the following year.
For next year, yeah, for 2020.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they were making an exception.
No, 22.
Oh, okay. So you're already qualified from the show you did previously, Nathan.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is for next year. So let me ask you this then: if you win the Arnold UK, or if you place in the top 5 at the Olympia, do you take the entire next year off, or do you still compete?
Fuck no. Bro, this is business. This is, you know me, bro. This is business.
You want that money?
I want that money. And Chris called me, I lived with Chris Cormier for a while, and Chris told me, look, man, like, your career is short. You're not going to earn as much money as the guy. If you win the Olympia every year, you know that might never happen. Chris said, if you're in shape and there's a show every weekend for the next 4 weeks, you go to that show every week until your body says no. You do it, you know. And I see Chris as an idol for me. You know, he's the first person on the pro scene to take him under his wing, so I respect everything he says.
Yeah.
And Chris says to me, look, bro, just keep going, just keep doing the shows. The more the judges see you, it's better. The fans will see you, and then obviously, you know, when your career's over, the fans will love you more. And especially now, when in this whole COVID thing, a lot of people can't get visas to go to America. Yeah. People can't afford to go to the States, and if we're pro athletes and we're in shape, and the guys like Czech Republic, Prague, Hungary and stuff can't see, we should go there and, you know, show them what we've got and just be the best athletes we can. So my plan is to do as many shows as I can this year, and then next year probably hit 1 or 2, and then the Olympia. So
you got the Olympia, and then you have how many shows are after the Olympia?
4.
Are you doing all 4 of them?
Possibly 3.
Fuck, man, we gotta have a new discussion about our bonus structure.
We've got Olympia, then we've got Italy.
I'm not giving you a bonus for fucking 7 shows a year, man. Fuck that.
That's why I put it in there.
I'm maxing out at 2. That's it.
Yeah, hang on. Right before he signed, he hadn't done a show in 2 years.
I know.
He signs, gets the bonus clause in there, and he fucking rattles out these shows.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's all right.
We've got Italy, right, which, you know, is our model. I want to go there, obviously, represent Hostile and make sure the better brand, no disrespect, the better brand wins.
Yeah.
and then there's Prague, which basically keep nagging me on a daily basis to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Prague has big prize money as well, right?
I might be commentating that show.
40G. Boom.
Yeah, they have big money.
Yeah, Prague does it right. Yeah.
But it's good. But it's a good show. It's a good show.
They asked me to commentate, so I'm like,
you gonna come over?
I asked them. I said, "Do you want me to do it live, or do you want me to do it from like just digitally? You know what I mean, online." So I don't know. They haven't given me an answer yet, but hopefully it all goes through. And if they want me to come, it'd be great. I'd go do it for sure.
Bro, the show is huge. The show is fucking huge, and the crowd's crazy.
Yeah, I'd love to go, man. I'd like to commentate the Olympia one day, so maybe this would be like a stepping stone. Who knows?
I'll tell you what, you want people who are honest, who don't give bullshit opinions, who aren't biased, and, you know, people who know the athletes, you know, who are in touch with the athletes, not people who haven't been on the fucking scene for years.
Yeah.
Didn't they pull Lee's doing it this year, right? They pulled Lee in for the Olympia. Labrado's doing the Olympia one.
Yeah.
The commentary?
With him and Sean.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I know they were looking for somebody. I had a brief conversation earlier a couple months ago, and they were looking around, and I said, you know, I'm available. I'd love to do it. But I think they just like, you know, they like legends to do that kind of stuff. So I can't blame them. You know, Sean's a legend of the sport. Obviously,
you're the best person. You don't want legend. You're the fucking best person to do it, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
but they couldn't have Fouad and Sean together.
No, I think that's probably the main sticking point. I think that's the problem. But whatever, it is what it is. Anyway, Ben, what's going on with you? You're fat and happy now?
Yeah.
How much weight have you gained since your brutal fucking prep that you went through?
All of the weight.
Like 40 pounds?
No, I was 250 on stage. I'm 279 this morning.
That's not bad. 30 pounds.
And I'm off everything. So and I mean off.
You mean like Fouad off? You're probably like on like 500 milligrams probably still.
No, I haven't touched anabolic since the day I went into hospital. So it's 5 weeks now.
I haven't either, actually. It's been 2 weeks for me.
No, nice, good. I did find. I don't know if I want to go in I figured out my situation.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't know if you want me to discuss it.
Yeah, it might be good. It might be good
Bring
information.
that shit up. Bring that shit up.
We'll go briefly, just so people know, and it might be good information for other people.
It's pretty boring, but I was taking an ARB, so for blood pressure, right? You can either take an ACE inhibitor or an ARB, and I did my blood work like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like I said, I've been off everything, and my liver enzymes my ALT and AST were chaotically high, which they never have been, even on a prep when I'm running orals and stuff. So I was like 350, and I remember talking to you, Fouad. So I was like, well, fuck this. So I started doing some more research. I've been off everything, so there's nothing that's causing my liver to be under stress. Anyway, I found a study that said that ARBs in some instances can cause acute liver damage and associated diarrhea with it.
So 1 second, before you go on, for people listening, an ARB, they have a few different names they go by, but ARBs are generally used for blood pressure. Just so those people don't know what an ARB is. Right.
So like I said, you've got ACE inhibitors, which I was always using for the last 2 or 3 years. I was using lisinopril, which is an ACE inhibitor, and then about 4 weeks before my show, I switched to an ARB because it had some secondary benefits for kidney health and function that had been shown. So I switched to one called telmisartan. Anyway, it turns out that was causing very acute liver damage and the diarrhea. So I took it out on the Tuesday. By the Wednesday morning, because I've had the stomach issue ever since the show, all the way through up until 2 weeks ago. I took the ARB out. My stomach improved overnight. I had my blood work taken 2 days later on the Thursday. My ALT had dropped from 330 to 220. And then I retested my blood work 7 days after that, and my ALT was down to 103. AST was back under to 90 something. Mm-hmm. And I've had no GI issues since.
Yeah. So the reason it's important to bring up is anybody out there taking an ARB, because my doctor put me on one too, because obviously blood pressure issues. And then he said it'd be helpful with my kidney issues. So it works together that way. But I've also had, and sorry for too much information, Missy, it's normally a bunch of guys on here, but I've also had I've also had like IBS issues since I started that medication, but I just never put the two together. So I just actually switched to lisinopril from
Has it improved? Because I haven't spoken to you since you did.
It's only been a couple of days, but I feel better already.
All right. Because so if you are, I'm not saying, ARBs work, and if they're prescribed to you, they're a medication prescribed by your doctor. I'm not telling you to stop taking it. But what I'm saying is if you're having digestive issues in particular, and it could be linked to that, so look into it. And there are other options, like Fouad said, you can switch to an ACE inhibitor potentially, which might not cause that issue with you. But
also, it's not just the digestive issues. Like you said, your liver enzymes went up, and mine. Yeah, I noticed mine on my last blood work because I had been off, and not Fouad off, like I was actually off. and my liver enzymes were still over 100. And I'm like, why the fuck are my liver enzymes over 100? And now it makes sense because I didn't realize that part of it either.
Yeah, and there's I don't want to go again too crazy in depth, but there's some stuff for the ARBs where they're limiting prostaglandin production, which is what the body releases when there's inflammation at the muscle and repair. And so that's why a lot of times people say don't take ibuprofen after you train, because you want the inflammatory process to happen. Well, ARBs actually will blunt that as well, and they can limit that. So again, there's a few things that I didn't know, and I went kind of deep diving on it.
Is that why I've been feeling bigger the last couple of days? I'm starting to fill out again.
Yeah. So Fouad's making a return now.
I'm making a return.
IB's out.
I'll be back in Toronto.
Yeah, but like I say, it's just something that, because I know I spoke to a couple of other guys. I mentioned to you, Fouad, and they had some digestive issues and were using telmisartan, and they took it out. And if you are having those issues and it is that drug that's causing it, it's a quick fix. Like you'll notice the improvement very quickly if it is that's causing it. So anyway,
I think that's important. No, it's good that you brought that up actually, because it's a everybody just trusts their doctor. Like my doctor said, and I still trust my doctor. I'm not saying he knew, but when I did mention it, I sent him the study that you sent me. for the ARB. And some doctors are open-minded and some doctors don't want to fucking hear it. They're like, I'm a doctor, you don't know what you're talking about. My doctor, fortunately, is very open-minded to like new studies and stuff like that. So when I sent him the study, he goes, okay, well, let's try the ACE inhibitor. And if you feel better, then we'll just go with that.
Yeah. Like I say, I wouldn't have figured it out unless I had seen the elevated liver and been off everything, right?
Yeah.
That's the bit that made me start really going and researching into it, because I'm like, I'm not taking anything that could cause my liver to be elevated.
Yeah.
Or that I thought anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyway.
All right. Let's get into some questions. We have 424. You got some time, Missy?
Loads.
All right. I know Nathan's not doing nothing. He's stuck in Kuwait, just eating and training.
I've got a busy life here, you know. Busy life.
Somebody, you know what? Somebody asked. I'm going to ask this question first. It says, and I thought it was interesting because we're all very different. It says, who on the podcast is best dressed?
Me.
I already knew you were going to say.
He's always gonna say him.
Me. Ben's like an old trucker. Ben's like an old trucker, right? James just has no dress code. Ian's kind of there when he wants to be.
Wait, we actually have somebody that has a valid fucking opinion on the podcast.
That's true. So Nathan, stay out of this. Well, I gotta have Nick and Nathan on the podcast together because they both just say me anytime like something comes up.
Let Missy run it down. Break it. There you go.
Okay, let's see if I can find some apparel choices here.
Oh, you're actually gonna get examples.
So this is Missy's dress. Where did you go wearing this?
My husband and we just went out for like the afternoon.
Are you serious?
Do anything. Yeah, we just went and got coffee and then took a photo.
Did people freak out when they saw you?
No, but I do get weird looks. It's always awkward when you're trying to like take a photo and people are just like staring at you, especially when you like start flexing and stuff.
I wonder why.
I know. Okay.
That was my Britney look.
That's your...
Hey, see, Brittany looks there, bro. See.
Okay, so do we have any other like normal apparel? Well, these are gym outfits. This is nice.
That was a birthday outfit.
So it's a little bit more conservative.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Let's see. Anything else? This is kind of what? This is nice. Where's this at? Where is this going to?
I think we went to the movies there. That was a while. Yeah.
Very dressy for the movies. I go in my fucking pajamas, and
I think Missy might have us all beat.
And just goes
I'm always in gym clothes, so like when I actually have like a chance to like dress up, I try to, you know.
You dress up like full on. You go full out with it.
Yeah.
Where is this? This is nice too. Where? I think Missy's going to win this competition.
Missy don't count though. She's a girl. Don't count, bro. always dress for that. So don't count.
All right, let's see what Ben's got.
Ben looks homeless. Looks like a homeless. Ben don't give a fuck. He's married. He don't give a fuck. He just
I'm married with a kid, so fuck it. It's over.
No, man, Ben's got style. I know he does. He just doesn't show it on Instagram. Ben's the metrosexual of the group.
It's been a while since I've been out and dressed up.
I know. I'm gonna have to. It's all fucking training footage. Where you?
Because my employer told me I need to.
What did I say?
Post stuff with a hostile shit.
Not every post.
If I don't post with hostile, then I get fucking slammed. I get a report come through, a report card that says, "Ben, you're a C- this week."
You're such an ass. You're such an asshole.
Nathan, tell me I'm wrong. What was your grade?
You're right.
What was your grade this week?
I'm on like a D.
I'm like a slave driver. What do you guys want? Fuck you. Yeah, you don't have anything.
Alpha, you're going. No, because I haven't been out since I got to America in case they deport my ass.
I think you just forget. You post a lot of stuff in your stories. You don't post like.
There you go. Look at that swag. Look at that swag.
Perfect.
Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. You can't get Ben best dressed. Look at that.
But I know he has style. It's just he doesn't post it. See, like. He's got the beanie and shit. Like guys don't pull off beanies that well, but Ben pulls it off.
Nathan, you can pull off what I wear, mate. You couldn't.
Yeah.
You haven't got it. You ain't got that in your locker. You just want that in your arms. That's all.
See, like Ben can pull off the fucking bandana. You can't do that, Nathan.
Nathan, you don't got that. Not with that afro. You don't with that afro. You like a fucking
headband back in. I bought the headband back in 2 years ago. The headband was all.
No, the headband is different than the bandana. Nathan, you're a sporty.
See,
you're
Nathan, you're black and can't even pull off dreadlocks, mate. Look, go back. I even went dreadlocks on that.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this style, man. That's crazy.
See, you can't even do that. Rolex and dreadlocks. You can't do that. You've not got it.
Is that a Rolex and dreadlocks? Are you serious? It is too. You fuck. All right. Okay, let's see what Nathan, you're the sporty guy of the group.
No, but I listen, catch me on a Saturday night. I'm always out, but I just don't post on my page because I'm always like gauzy-eyed and always got shit wrong with my face, pulling weird faces and shit. So I just don't post on my page.
Listen to the excuses now. Look at the excuses now.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Here. Oh, that's a fake one. That's not even you. Oh, there's nothing on your page. I forgot your page got
deleted.
Your page got deleted. So this is a new page.
Yeah. Even on my story yesterday was good.
I love the shit you train in though. Like it's all like matchy shit.
That's style, bro. Fucking fashion.
No, it's not fucking fashion.
Fashion, brother. You know what I mean? I rolled correct.
All right. I got you guys beat. For sure.
Yeah, you wear like jeans and
More
stuff.
time in your hands.
Here,
Dress shirts.
I'll find something. See, look, this looks good. All right. I look like a man of the people.
Yep.
Yeah, you like my dad. It's great.
Well, I thought we were letting Missy judge here.
Well, look, hang on. Have you noticed it's all black?
Well, black is nice.
Black slimming. Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
Okay, wait. This is just a summer day.
That's 3 outfits. All black.
I like black. It's because I sweat a lot. I sweat a lot, so I have to wear black so it hides the sweat. Let's see if I got something else here somewhere.
Nah, you're struggling, bro. You're struggling.
Oh, well, I already showed 2 outfits. You didn't have any on your page.
Listen, Paul can dress better than you so far. I'm not fucking, it's Paul.
Oh, this is all right. This is not a good one.
That's like a school teacher. That's like literally a school teacher outfit. You're about to teach geography. It's cool.
Missy, what do you think?
I think
does Ben have it?
Missy, can I give it to Missy? Give it to Ben.
Your side, I think it's you. I think Ben has got more like the trendy with the plaid and like the flannel kind of stuff. Nathan,
look at that, Nathan.
Really get a good judge of you because
you're lucky you didn't. You're lucky you didn't meet this Nathan.
Your page got hacked.
This Fouad, Nathan. You'd had trouble.
No, like way.
You'd had trouble with that, Fouad. Okay, I don't think I can find any more.
See, you have nothing.
Wait, no, that's just a sweatshirt and jeans.
No,
see. I thought I had more shit.
I'll post something today, tomorrow, just to prove.
Okay, let's all post something this week.
Oh, hey, Fouad, go to my profile. There's one on that I posted yesterday.
Hey, look, this looks nice.
Wait. Go to mine. Go to mine. There's one on my second photo.
Okay, wait.
Not mine.
Where, Ben?
Second photo.
This one?
No, scroll. The outfit for.
He's got a Fatherson's.
Next one. Boom.
Oh, look how tight your pants are, motherfucker.
Nathan's not got that. Look at those DMs.
Ben.
Wait, look
how
at the boots.
Fucking tight can you get?
Ben, your pants are so tight, dude.
They're the biggest size that father and sons do. Don't blame me.
You need to buy a different. You need to buy a different brand of jeans. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I do now. I don't wear them now.
See, this is what I was talking about, Nathan. You can't pull this shit off with the Dockers.
Nah, bro, we don't wear that shit. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Okay, Missy, you got a little bit of Ben, you got a little bit of me, and Nathan's just a sporty guy.
Sporty spice.
Sporty spice. Nathan and something else.
I'll find something. I'll find something on my phone.
All right. So is it a tie? What are we saying here? Missy's too nice to tell us.
She's saying Nathan, bro. Did
you say Nathan?
Missy, break some hearts.
I think Ben wins it.
Even with the tight pants.
Oh,
Ben does that. I have to say, I can admit that. My style is more conservative. Ben's got the trendy shit down.
Yeah.
Look, boys.
He's got the neck tattoo and the whole shit.
Look, Accept it. You smoke me on stage. Let me have something. Fuck you.
I've admitted Nathan's the one that has trouble fucking letting go.
I'm gonna find something.
He's gonna be sending pictures to Missy. Like, you still think so?
What do you think of this one? Yeah.
No, look. Can't even pull that one off. Look, I can't see it.
Let me see.
Look at that, bro.
It's just like my clothes. It's just a black shirt and jeans.
Fuck is a fuck. Get a fresh Jordan OGs. No, I mean, you can't pull that off.
I train my OGs.
All right, I got another question.
Cool.
If you died and your wife had to remarry someone from the podcast, who would it be and why?
Missy.
Who's going first?
Don't care. She's on the podcast. That's it. Denise is now a lesbian, and her and Missy are getting it down. I can live with that.
I think I'd go with.
I go Paul.
I was just gonna say Paul. Yeah.
I think he's got a little dick.
No, I don't want his old man dick in my missus.
He's dirty as fuck.
It's little, bro. It's little.
He's dirty as fuck.
She's gonna feel that.
It's not little.
No? I reckon the group chat we get dicks out.
It's like a can of corn. Like a tuna can. All right. Yeah, I think I would probably go. Who do we have? We have James. No, he likes feet. Ben's weird. Nathan, no, he's
wait. I'm weird. I'm weird. Out of the whole podcast, I'm the weird one.
I know things about you. You forget. You forget.
Move on. Move on.
All right.
Go on then, Ben. You got a name.
I said Missy.
That don't count, bro. That don't count.
Wait, we're on. Well, this is. I'm taking it out Fouad's book. I'm finding loopholes. That's a fucking great loophole. Who we got? Not Guy, because she used to fucking date Guy anyway. He ain't go back to her ex. Not Nathan. Definitely not Nathan.
Ian?
Definitely not Nathan.
Like, Nathan's the bottom of the list.
He's the dirtiest motherfucker for sure.
Yeah, my missus didn't need that kind of violence.
You're gonna defile my wife.
Yeah. My wife is a nice, wholesome woman, and she'll die that way. I don't need her corrupted. Nick can fuck off too. Nick can just stay over there.
Roman, I think, is fucked too. I think it comes down to, for me, it comes down to Paul or Ian.
Fucked.
No, I say James.
Oh, James probably does. James doesn't even like sex. That might be good.
Yeah.
James is like a quick 5-minute sex here and there kind of guy. He doesn't even give a shit.
And he's also like, I'd rather train than have sex. So, meh.
Yeah, but then my wife's going to have she's going to be bored and shit because he's so bodybuilding based. At least Ian will take her somewhere. And Paul might take her out. You know what I mean?
I don't want us to have a good time with a new husband.
You don't want to have fun.
What the fuck are you talking about? I wanted to miss me still.
How do we relate this to Missy? If you were gone and your husband had to remarry, what girl? Can you think of a girl that we all know that you would pick for him?
I really like Melissa Bumstead.
Yeah.
She like really, really cares about Ian. She's like got a good heart. She likes to lift. So I would say Melissa.
I think she's dirty though.
She's what?
I think she's dirty though. Like not everybody.
You mean she doesn't wash or she's dirty in bed?
No.
What are we talking about here?
I mean with Ian, she's dirty.
Oh, that's okay. He'll enjoy that. That'll be good.
Wow, see how nice women are? She's like, it's okay. I want him to have as much fun as possible.
Yeah, see, I'm like anti that. Yeah. I want it to be miserable and miss me. I
know. Okay. Would you rather step on stage hairy or with no tan? I'm going to say
No
no
tan.
tan.
No tan, yeah.
No tan. Missy, I'm assuming you're going to go no tan.
I was gonna say hairy.
You'd rather go on stage hairy?
At least the tan can cover it a little.
Wait, we're talking like James Hollinshead hairy though.
Yeah, like what kind of hair are we talking about? Like, is it, you know?
Yeah, you'll be like white and then covered in this like fuzz that James.
Are we talking about leg hair, or is it like hair coming out of your suit where it shouldn't be?
Full
Like,
body, full body fuzz.
Like full body hair, I guess. Yeah, I would still go with hair, honestly. I would
really.
Yes, yeah, totally.
There's no way. Huh. All right.
Some guys
Super
are like
hairy.
like I remember seeing pictures of Evan when Evan's like before he puts a tan on, he looks like dry.
He doesn't like putting a tan on. He's told me.
Yeah, it kind of ruins his look. I think he looks harder and drier when he's like pure pasty white.
I can't remember if it was my show or a different show. He came to guest pose. I don't remember if he tanned at my show. He said to me though, he's like, I look better with no tan. I'm just going to go out with no tan.
Yeah.
And he does. He's got that like fucking, I don't know what you call it, like that Casper
dry.
The Caspery white. Yeah, but it does. It looks better with no tan though. It's crazy.
That's like that was like Branch too. Branch had that really almost like translucent skin.
Yeah. I think I have a feeling James is like that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if James is going to
they almost like lose that grainy look when the tan goes on.
Yeah.
It polishes them up a bit too much,
Yeah. I still can't get over the fact that you want to go on stage hairy. I thought women were terrified of hair. I thought that was the whole like women don't like hair at all. You're like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. I would rather like look the part. Like it could cover a bit.
At what point does a pot become a pan?
4 inches.
Oranges.
4 inches.
Oh, 4 inches. Is that just a guess?
Oh, hang on. I'm saying like a saucepan into a pan.
So like a pan. So like a pan is like this, but a pot is like.
Yeah, like a.
Right?
I'm not.
Yeah.
You what?
Nathan just orders from.
Nathan's like, I don't cook anything. I don't know. Would you rather be the best natural bodybuilder in the world or an IFBB pro with 1 or 2 lifetime wins, never placing inside the top 10 at the Olympia? I think this guy's talking about me. I would rather be the pro, the IFBB pro.
Yeah, bro, fuck that natty shit.
The person that's asking this question has never tried testosterone or tren.
Yeah.
Let me see who it is. No, he's an IFBB Classic Physique pro.
Shit. Oh, he's getting the good stuff.
Have you ever regretted your focus when in prep? For example, ruining a relationship, ruining a close relationship, and was it worth it? Missy, have you ever ruined any close relationships while getting ready for a show because of your focus was too strong?
When I was younger, definitely.
Yeah.
But it, kind of, I feel like everything happens for a reason and I don't regret anything, but I was young, like I was early 20s, 22 maybe. Yeah. 21. I was still living in Canada. I was dating this guy. He was a little bit older than me. And I just remember I put like all of my eggs in that competing basket. Like I just wanted to become a pro. And really, I guess it was, I kind of wanted to like break up with him anyways, but I didn't know how to do it. So I just kind of like submersed myself into this like bodybuilding, like dream lifestyle. And it definitely paid off, but yeah.
Why'd you want to break up with him?
We just had like different paths. Like it was just, we were young. Well, I was young. He was kind of young, maybe like 25 or something. But yeah, we just kind of like in college, we went like different ways and.
Yeah. Ben, have you ever regretted losing a relationship because of bodybuilding?
No. The last prep I did taught me a lot though. Like I was I grew from it because I realized that I'd probably been a bit too focused and had compromised on some home life happiness, not my own happiness, because I thought I was happy as Larry, but then afterwards I didn't realize quite how much she'd had to put up with. So it actually, I grew a lot out of it. So I don't regret it.
So for people listening who haven't been down the road yet but are on their way, what exactly is it that you were doing that was shitty, and what are you going to do better? What's going to be different?
It was actually, you know what it is? It was more my off season where I was so fucking on point, and you were giving me a hard time.
Do I get to say I told you so now?
You get to the one time you get to say it back to me, yes.
You always tell me I told you so. I get to say it one time.
That's what I mean. You get it's only fair. No, look, my physique.
But tell people what we're talking about.
My physique benefited from it, right? But my home life, my home life is great. So it's not like I'm not. I don't want to make it sound like everything's gone to shit, but she was being tolerant.
Well,
right?
let's be more specific about what we're talking about. So in the off season, Ben was insanely perfect about his diet. Never cheat meal, never going out to dinner, never anything, right? Unless you were allowed to, which was almost never. Yeah. So
a cheat meal for me would be like Patrick would let me have 20 pieces of salmon sashimi, right?
Yeah. So what we discussed, what I would always be on him about was, I'm like, it's not going to hurt your progress if you go out to like an Italian restaurant and have like fucking a steak and pasta or something. It's not going to make you any worse. If anything, it might make you better. So we had this constant debate. And whether you think it'll make you better or not, it might make you 1% better. It might make you 1% worse. Who knows? But you're saying it might not have been worth the extra percent based on the aggravation.
Physically, I'm not going to fault it, right?
Yeah.
The progress I made in terms of bodybuilding, out and out, if I was single, that's exactly what I would do again.
Of course.
But where it left us immediately post-show was rocky. Honestly, rocky. Fucking hell. It may sound like we were really going, but we had to have a few conversations.
Yeah, you just had to make changes.
I had to acknowledge a few things and accept a few things, and then kind of adapt and kind of change things accordingly. And we've agreed that, that attitude and application is fully acceptable when prep starts.
Yeah.
But maybe not so, particularly for me, if I'm James, Hunter, Nathan, or whoever else, and I'm trying to break into the top 10 at Olympia, then maybe I do 2 or 3 years like that and she would allow it, right?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
To achieve. No, I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like if I...
You've got to put the misses before the Olympia, bro. Even for me, like I'll probably be in the same boat as you. That's why I might get a lot of stick, mate. Oh, you don't take it serious, but family first. The Olympia fucking is. But I think the Olympia.
But I think what Ben's saying is she might be okay with putting up with it if he was on that doorstep.
If it was like within striking distance, and it was like I need to go a little bit extreme for 2 years, and I can break into that top 10. You're already in the top 10, so you're like, fuck it, right? It's so different. But we're not there. I'm not there. I'm not going to be there, and I need to just. And I've told you, Fouad, I've bonded with my son like exponentially over the last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful that I caught it.
Yeah,
I'm great. So I don't regret anything because it's made me really appreciate where I'm at, and I appreciate her. And I'm like, fuck, I have to make it up to her now. So maybe from that, other people need to not go too far down that route.
Yeah, me and you will argue till the end of time that having a cheat meal a week is where I think is totally okay and maybe even helpful, and you don't. So that's an argument we're always going to have. But more importantly is I think it's an important conversation because a lot of people that are listening are probably in your shoes where maybe they're not going to be a Nathan, they're not going to be a James, they're not going to be a Hunter, but they love bodybuilding. So you have to find a little bit of balance so you don't fuck everybody in your life.
Well, put it this way, me being 80% this off season will allow me to bodybuild a little longer because she's going to be more like she's gonna let me do more preps down the line, right? Yeah. Whereas if she thinks I'm just gonna be 100%, she's gonna be like, hey, fuck this, it's choose one.
Well, listen, and that's part of the reason why my thinking is the way it is. Like, I've been with Summer for 15 years. So this is through the bulk of my bodybuilding career, I was with her. Mm-hmm. And the way she was able to handle it was when I was prepping, there was no corners to cut. It was just straight as an arrow all the time. And she could deal with it because she knew it was a 3-month window or a 4-month window. And then there was going to be the off season where we kind of, let off a little bit of steam and go to dinner and like have a little bit of fun. So I think at any level that you're at, I mean, Nathan's at the very top level and he says the same thing. He's got to make time for his kids. He's got to make time for his wife. So I think,
I'd say the thing that I am appreciative of is, and I've had it in the past where I've done that and the girlfriend's given me shit during the prep. Denise didn't give me shit until afterwards.
She's that's nice.
Good, bro. You know what I mean? Nice. Like she's that she nice. Held it down. She held it down, let me finish, and then went, hey, sit down.
Yeah.
We're having a chat. We're having a chat.
That's a good
one. So I'm like, okay, fucking fair play, because you could have given me shit at 3 weeks out, or 4 weeks out, whatever. But dude, she didn't.
That's a good woman, because man, I've coached a lot of people, and more often than not, the girl is freaking out at the end of that person's prep.
Yeah.
So the fact that she was able to like hold it down until you're done.
Yeah.
Missy, how are you with your husband in like off season? I know obviously when you're prepping, it's probably like lockdown, but like in the off season, do you guys have a little bit more leeway and do you give him more time?
Yeah, for sure. But he has his own schedule and I have my schedule, and we kind of just like meet when we can, like during the day and stuff. But like, it's awesome. He is not like jealous at all. He's super supportive. Like I was in a previous marriage a couple of years ago where my ex-husband was not supportive at all. Like it was really, really hard. And that's probably another reason why I didn't do well at shows, because I was always like so concerned on like how he felt and like, I don't know. But with Matt, it's totally different. He is so secure in like us and our relationship that like he wants me to succeed more than I even want myself to.
Yeah. But do you give him time as far as like diet goes and like in the off season? Like, do you kind of take a little bit of the edge off when you're in the off season, or are you still full bore, like 100% all the time?
We're both like pretty like 100%. We'll do like a weekend cheat meal and stuff, but he's actually more strict in like the off season than I am, because like, hey babe, let's go to like Popeyes or something. He's like, no, we can do it on Friday, but we're not doing it like during the week. I'm like, damn it.
Why is he so crazy?
I'm the one trying to get more food and stuff, and he's like, no.
Why is he so nuts? Is it because he's trying to look out for you, or is it because he's actually just that strict with his own training?
Yeah, he's that strict, and like he wants me to like obviously like look the part too and stuff. But
he's in shape pretty year round though, right?
Yeah, he looks like
yeah.
Nathan, do you completely let go in the off season, or do you still have some form of like a system down in the off season that you follow?
I have some form of system. Like I do, Ascog is my diet. I kind of stick to
it. There's some chicken in there somewhere, right?
I kind of stick to it. If you ask me, you say, yeah, I stick to it. But for me, if the kids want to go to McDonald's, I go to McDonald's. I don't give a fuck if it's meal number 2. For me, as long as I get my 3 meals in before the gym, which the kids are in school, I'm not too physically phased afterwards, because I'll get my 3 meals in before the gym, and then train, get my meal in after, and then it's the kids' time to come home from school, and if they want to go out, I'll go out, and then I'll eat, and then if the missus wants to eat like 10 o'clock, I'll eat again. Yeah. If she gets like a median, I'll just add, 2 or 3 chicken breasts to it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Have you ever burned any friendships or relationships because of bodybuilding?
Yeah, when I first started, all my friends, we all done bodybuilding. We all done it. I was just better. That was it.
Yeah.
I was just better. And then obviously, because I got consumed. When I first started, I got consumed in the whole bodybuilding world. And, before I realized what it was all about, I was just bodybuilding every day. And then suddenly I had a ton of friends, and then I had 4 friends around, and that was it. Everyone just got off. wasn't doing nothing. And then after 2 years of winning, mate, it became a bit lonely, you know? Yeah. It was like doing every show every week, and I just thought, oh, this is shit. It's fucking shit. And then I walked away from it and then just started partying. I like Ben said, I don't regret it because I rebuilt them friendships again. Well, the ones that meant something, that are more valuable. The other one, they can just fuck off. But I rebuilt them, and now I think the friendship's a lot better. And, you know, them guys, they support me. So I learn from it. But I can't say, you know, I regret it because it made me stronger. And basically it learned me that these people aren't really friends, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a similar story to mine. Like when I started bodybuilding, it was probably like 8 or 9 of us that all hung out, and we used to party and bodybuild and do everything together. And then I kind of started pulling away from everybody, and next thing I know, there was like 3 or 4 people around. So
yeah, they just get jealous, right?
I don't know if it was just jealous, just people, like, their lives, you know, people have other lives. Like, I'm bodybuilding, but this guy's got a full-time job now, and he's got a kid, and this guy's got 2 kids, and this guy's got so they're not in the gym all the time like I am, right? So it wasn't necessarily jealousy or like anything bad. It's just everybody's lives go like a different way, and I'm still like full-blown bodybuilding, right?
Well, like Nathan said, I find the older I get, the less friends I have, but the better quality I have.
Yeah.
Like you start to cut away that
shit.
Well, I don't know, but correct me if I'm wrong, but like when I was younger, like a lot of your friendships are based on partying or drinking or fucking whatever's going on. I think when you're older, I think the relationships you have are more based on what your lifestyle is and what kind of person you are.
Yeah, you're kind of like, well, especially when you're in school, your friendships are based on geography, right? People that go to the same fucking places you do.
Yeah.
And that's who you...
They're all going to the same party. They're all going to the same whatever. Yeah. Yeah. I don't... as far as regretting it, I don't regret anything. I mean, I think it's like Ben said, I think if you make a choice, you know, you've decided this is what you want to do, you have to factor into people in your life. And if they're important to you, then you make time for them. If you're not important to you, then you have to move on and do what's right for you. And then if you're doing what you think is right for you, then you're not going to regret it. You just do what you believe is your destiny, kind of thing.
I think you'll also find the right people that will ultimately support you, and rather than you making everyone else suffer, they make it easier for you.
It can be a lonely sport, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys experienced that, but like when I did go from having like a large group of friends that I was hanging out with all the time to a smaller core group that I like trained with and hung out with, it can get lonely. You're like, you know, because there's not a lot of people that understand the lifestyle we live in. Even though like me and you, Ben, we're friends, but you're fucking 3,000 miles away. So it's like, I think people should understand if they're going to choose this lifestyle, it's not always like not a lot of us can get away with the shit Nathan gets away with. So there's not a lot of like partying involved and like, you know, it's a very cheap meals and prep. Yeah. It can be a very, you know, Nick was just talking about this on the podcast with me. He said he had his brother move out to Florida with him because he felt really alone because he was in prep and he just focused on the Arnold and there was nobody around.
Well, that's where I think I'm lucky and where Missy said that, you know, formerly it would be like the relationship was kind of resistant to what she was trying to do, whereas now where it's streamlined, right? And you find that person that actually makes things a lot easier. You're like, God, this is much easier than it used to be with the right person.
Yeah. I got lucky because Summer adapted to who I was. Yeah. Because we were together for a year for my first show, and then we broke up because she's like, who the fuck are you? Like, who is this guy? Like, he doesn't care about anything but chicken and fucking working out. Like, because she was with me in the off season first when I was all lovey-dovey and shit. And all of a sudden it was like prep Fouad didn't give a fuck about anything but prep.
Yeah.
But then after she realized it wasn't personal and it was like, you know, it's just the way things are, she was able to overcome it. And then we've been together, been fine ever since. So sometimes people can make the adjustment. Sometimes they can't.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Is there an exercise or lift that you hated at first but have grown to love? Missy, you want to start? Is there an exercise that you hate?
Those reverse lunges. I for whatever reason, I could not like get the tie-ins to actually like connect. I couldn't feel it at all. But then within like the last, I don't know, 6 months, I've been really like able to feel it. And now I love them. I literally do them like every leg day.
Okay. Nathan?
No, bro. The only exercise I hate is deadlifts. Can't do the shit.
Is it because you don't feel it, or are you weak on them?
I just fucking can't do it. My form's fucking horrendous. Horrendous, bro. Like it's like a fucking it's dreadful. Like my form is dreadful.
What's the most you've ever deadlifted?
But listen, it's stupid because like I can't deadlift, but I can just pull up my biceps. I can just pull up my like biceps and hamstrings. I've had 310 kilo for like 6.
That's a lot of weight.
That is a lot of weight. It's like what, 700 pounds almost?
It's 7 plates side plus a smidge.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
I just pull the shit like biceps and hamstrings.
You're just heaving it, yeah.
Yeah, my form. That's why I don't catch me doing it. My form is fucking horrendous.
Well, it doesn't seem to be hurting you not doing it. So, but you haven't grown to love it. Is there something that you hated that you now like, or no?
I love it. I love most exercises.
Yeah.
You know, I just hate deadlift. That's it. That's the only exercise I hate.
Ben, is there anything?
Not really, because I've not learned to love it yet, but I fucking hate training arms.
I love it now. You know what I found? You know what I found helped? Okay, so I'll tell you. One of the reasons I hate training arms is because my pumps are off and on. There's some days I train arms and my pump is amazing, and some days I train arms and I just can't get a connection. But I started using occlusion bands more, and I
saw you with those on,
dude.
I thought you were just wearing like some with the headband and the occlusion. I thought you were just going for some like WWE.
No. No, man, because for the last, I think since I tore my tricep, I actually have an MRI at the end of the month for my neck because my triceps have been getting smaller and smaller for no fucking reason for like the last year, because I train them just as hard, but I've noticed they're atrophying. So I'm like, I can't get a pump when I train arms, and if I do, it like goes away real quick. So the last 3 weeks I've been using occlusion bands, and my fucking tricep pumps feel like it feels like my old self. So basically, I guess I'm asking, is part of the reason you don't like training arms because you don't get great pumps, or is it just you hate the movements, or what?
Oh, I've never liked it. Even if I get a good pump, I get bored. Yeah. I just want to, I think it's because even if I'm moving a lot of weight, it's still not actually a lot of weight for arms. I'm like, this is piddly, like 30 pounds or whatever. Or 60,
yeah.
You know, I want to load a fucking bar up and meathead it.
Yeah. I've been in both places. So when I was younger and I had better arms, I hated training arms because I'm like, this is shit compared to training legs or back.
Yeah.
But then when I lost my arms, I'm like, okay, now I hate training arms just because they look like shit.
Yeah.
So I've been in both.
Welcome to my world, because everything looks shit. So you have to just accept it and fucking go with it. You know?
I refuse to accept it. I will fix my issue. I'll fix my issue one way or another. So arms are everything. Arms is your hate, and you haven't learned to love.
I'm trying to. I got that new Strive preacher curl, and that feels pretty good. So,
yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
but I have a few little niggles in this forearm that I.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. I started using fat grips too. Big difference. Because my forearms are fucked. Like I have this pain that shoots like from down here.
Yeah.
So I started using fat grips, and my bicep pumps are better, and my forearms hurt less.
Code HOS10.
No, I'm not sponsored by. I'm not sponsored by them. Number one, and
yes.
Yeah, you'll see an ad read soon. No, they're not even fat grips. It's not even the brand fat grips. It's just they're the fat grips, but they're not actual brand fat grips. So I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I'm just saying it actually. I always thought it was bullshit.
No, I went through a phase of using them, but then I actually got my forearms to the point where they would like everything hurt my forearms because I was just using everything fat grip. Because when I did a bunch of the Poliquin stuff, Poliquin was like big on everything should be fat grip, like all your pressing, all your pull-ups, because he's a strength coach. So I came from that. Everything was fat grip based. I actually had the branded ones, and you put them on fucking everything. Until I got to the point where I was like, oh my God, like I was getting like pain because they got so tight.
But I would assume that if you use them for like training back, it would fuck your forearms up. But if you're training but if you just use them for arms, I don't.
They're very good for pressing as well. So if you're, you know, a lot of guys get some pain and they can't let go of the bar.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that? Well, actually, if you press, like if you're bench pressing or Smith pressing, you put those fat grips on, it alleviates a lot of pain through the elbow as well.
Really? I'm gonna try that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Wow.
Look at that. Ben fucking teaching everybody. Okay, well, I'm gonna try that. If it's bullshit though, I'm gonna call you out.
Yeah, I told you so. You get another. You won that second. I told you so, didn't you?
Okay. Best advice for a 20-year-old bodybuilder. Nathan, you go first.
No, don't listen to Nathan's advice.
I know, that's why I let him go first, so we can finish with the proper advice.
Well, with it froze. What was the question?
Best advice for a 20-year-old bodybuilder. So somebody starting out. What would you tell them?
I don't know. Get big, wear a tight t-shirt, fuck loads of bitches. That's it, bro. That's it.
That's the bodybuilding dream. Okay, Missy, any better advice than that?
For a 20-year-old bodybuilder, I would say you really want to like show your worth. So for instance, if like a young guy wanted like a sponsorship or something like that, you need to like really show why you're capable of like representing a company, or you want to like pursue it as a career. There's different roads that you can go down. Or if you want to do it just as a hobby, you know, don't sacrifice relationships like we just talked about, like really nurture those. But if you wanted to go like pro, make a career out of it, there's ways to do that too. So you kind of like have to think about it and, you know, set yourself up.
So you're saying have a good idea of who you really want to be and have a plan for it.
Yeah, definitely. You got to be like realistic about it for sure.
Ben?
Yeah, basically, this is a very long process. It's a long game. What you're seeing on Instagram from even if it's my page or Nathan's or Missy's or James's, we were 20 once and looked like a stick and had no muscle on us. You're trying to, a lot of guys don't really realize at 20 years old quite how long the process takes to build, especially a real genuine tissue on a physique. And they're trying to rush it. And Instagram is very guilty of giving a false perception of right now and making things look relatively easy. Whereas if you look back and even look at the monsters when they were starting out, it's a very, very long process. So be prepared to be patient, and patience is the biggest thing with it. Because I think if you're patient, you're also going to be healthier.
Yeah, that's true. I would say two things. One, find a good coach and pay him to help you, someone credible, so that you're not just fucking wasting your time with trial and error for the first 5 years of your career. Because I think you'll get ahead a lot faster. Like Ben said, there's patience and then there's stupidity. Like you can be patient while doing all the things right and get there faster than the guy who's just trying to do the trial and error himself and figure it all out and wasting 2-3 years along the way. So find a good coach is number one, so that you're not making mistakes. And number two is always pretend you don't know shit, or always act like you don't know shit, because I've been learning. I stopped learning when I was like 25. I'm like, oh, I fucking know everything. I thought I knew everything at 25 years old. I think I won my first nationals at that time. I was like, yeah, I got it all figured out. And then at 35, I realized I don't know shit, and I'd start all over again. So just always pretend you don't know shit. That way, everybody who tells you something, you can take in the information and use what works for you, or at least add it to your arsenal. Okay. If you had to join the military, what job would you want, Missy?
Whoa.
Okay. Does anybody have an idea? Or Missy, do you have one?
Drone pilot.
What'd you say?
Drone pilot.
Oh, Ben, you big shit bag.
Yeah, you're hiding away. You're fucking way away from the front line.
You big shit bag.
You can do that from home nowadays.
Really? That's what you want to do? I
don't want to be in the fucking military. No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be in there.
I want to fly the actual jet. I'd love to fly jet. That'd be crazy. I actually follow a combat aviation page.
With my drone, I'd sit and shoot you down.
Think about being a fucking jet fighter pilot, man. That would be crazy.
Nah, but you die. Don't find your body, bro. The body's fucked.
They're not gonna die. The American fucking planes are the best in the world. Those guys don't die. When was the last time?
You're Canadian. You'd be driving the shitty Canadian ones.
They're like 40 years old. No, that's what I'm thinking, man. I'd want to be a jet fighter pilot for sure.
Oh, well, you've seen Top Gun and you think that's cool now, right?
No, I'm telling you, I actually follow a combat aviation page. I just think fucking jets are badass. I just think what those guys do is crazy. I can't imagine just going that fast.
Have you been in one of those I don't think I could. I think I'd pass out.
No, for sure.
I'm not good. I'm not good on roller coasters. I'm a big fucking pussy.
I like roller coasters, but I'm assuming it's 1,000 times what that feels like. So I'd probably throw up or pass out. But
exactly, I can't even do the little ones, right? The little ones at the fair. I can't do that. So fuck getting in one of those. No.
Nathan, did he take are you the drone pilot also?
I want to be a sniper, bro.
Oh, you want to be a sniper? That's more dangerous than a jet fighter.
Yeah, but I want to get in there. I want to get some fucking kills on my head. You know what I mean? Boom.
Yeah, but the sniper's a sneaky one that just is way away still.
Yeah, bro. Damn.
And you call me a shitbag because I'm hiding. I've got a coffee over here.
I'm hiding on the fucking front line, bro. I'm hiding in there. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get the most.
I'm black energy. Put a bit of mud on my face. I'm good.
You don't need mud on your face.
Yeah, you already.
I'll just blend in, bro. Just blend in.
Missy, did you come up with one?
I think I would want to do something like with the medical part of the military.
Okay. You want to take care of everybody?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I do have like phlebotomy techniques. I'm a phlebotomist in the state of Washington. So
what does that mean?
Blood.
Phlebotomist takes blood.
Yeah, draws blood.
It draws blood.
Process specimens, yeah, that kind of stuff. So that's what I would like to do.
So you want to see the guys come back from war all fucked up with like missing limbs, and you want to fix them.
Yes.
Jeez. All right. Yeah, I think mine's the best. I'll take mine for sure.
You always think yours the best.
Mine's the best, bro. I'm in there on the front line. You know what I mean? Getting stuck in. That's what's about.
You've always seen too many films. I don't want to be anywhere near that shit.
Yeah.
Bro, when I was younger, I tried for the Navy, but then realized I couldn't swim.
Did you really?
Do you have to swim to be in the Navy? Because they're on fucking boats now.
Yeah, but when I was younger, you have to swim. When I went down south, I had a swim test. I couldn't swim, bro. Can't swim. So fuck that shit.
You can't swim at all?
Bro, I'm not gonna fuck. Kind of fuck. I just walk in the water.
You know what? I used to be right. I can swim enough to survive, right?
Yeah.
Or there was like a gap from when I last swam to when I most recently swam, and it was 120 pounds of body weight difference.
Yeah.
I got in the water. I was like, "Fuck this!" I'm not like. I got back on the fucking boat real quick.
It's
like,
terrifying.
No.
It's terrifying, man. It's hard to keep your weight up, your body weight up.
Yeah.
Like I went to my brother's cottage a couple of years ago, and there's this big air trampoline, like off on a sandbar, right? So like you have your deck, and then there's like a little bit of water, probably maybe 20, 30 yards. And then there's a sandbar with like an air trampoline in the middle of the water. So we go tubing on the boat, and he drops me off of the trampoline. I climb the trampoline, I'm fucking around, and I'm like, I'll just swim back to shore. Dude, that was the scariest 20 fucking yards of I got in the water, and I'm like, and I didn't realize how deep it was first. So the first thing I did was, and I'm tired. I'm already tired, by the way, from jumping up and down the trampoline. So I get in the water, immediately sink like a stone to the bottom, and I look up, and I'm like, there's There's like a foot of water above. I'm like, I can't fucking. Well, I start fucking swimming. I'm like, fuck this. I'm swimming in my head. I'm Michael Phelps, but I'm probably moving like a turtle. I'm like, I swear to you, I'm not shitting you at all. I was like, I think I may die, and I could hear my brothers laughing on the dock because they were. And I thought to myself, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna fucking make it. So as I get closer, they're like, you can stand up now. So I had swam far enough. So I just stood up and I was like, the water was here and I could breathe. It was the honest to God, the scariest fucking, yeah, man. Swimming is like when you put on a ton of muscle, it's fucking real different, man.
Yeah.
That's like my biggest fear is like water and drowning and like, oh yeah.
They asked that on, I was watching Barstool Sports and it wasn't Barstool. It was a different podcast, I think. Would you rather burn to death or drowned?
Burn.
Burn?
Burn. Yeah.
Oh, hey, fuck that. Drown.
Well, doesn't your body go into shock when you burn? Like
Yeah, but imagine how much pain you would feel before you went to shock. Like,
no, I don't. In my head, I imagine it being like, you know, when you touch something and it's hot, but your brain doesn't know whether it's hot or cold. You just react.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe it's like that, and then you pass out.
Fuck no. No. Bro, you're on fire.
But in my head, I'm telling myself that's what will happen. So, because drowning to me, I'm just like, that is just like, oh.
Yeah, but there's no pain. You just can't breathe, and you're like, fuck, and you can't breathe.
Have you? So I have where I have sleep apnea. I've woken up before when my throat is closed, right, and then it takes about a minute for it to relax.
I think I've had that before.
It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, scary, but not painful. Burning alive would be scary and excruciatingly painful.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and what if it wasn't like your whole body was burning? What if it like started at your foot and you could
No,
feel
I'd want to go. I'd want to go like just whole hog me.
Just dose you in gasoline and throw a match.
Yeah, like don't start the feet and work up. Like just fucking dive in. That's like the same thing as cold water. Like don't dip your toe in it. Just fucking plunge. You know, I don't want to be I don't want to elongate that.
Actually, you brought that up. Are any of you guys doing ice baths or no? Do any of you do ice baths?
I do ice baths.
You do, Missy? How long and how often?
I do maybe like once a week, and then I sit in it for like 5 minutes. I have like a cattle trough, like
yeah,
drink water out of, and I just throw it in the yard, fill it up with water, and then put ice in it, and I just sit out in it.
All right, and you feel a lot better from that, obviously, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Is there a reason you don't do it more often, like twice or 3 times a week? Is it not
just
necessary?
Like, yeah, and I usually only do it like after like a hardcore routine practice when I'm like beat up.
Yeah,
feels good, but
yeah, I saw Tom Stoltman posted on his Instagram.
Well, they jump in the fucking lake, don't they? Because they're up in Scotland.
Well, they did do that too, but he posted I don't know if he got a new sponsor or what, but I've been looking for an ice bath, like an actual one that you can like put on your deck or something. So they got this one. So they got a hot tub here. So obviously they're doing cold hot therapy, but
and he's got a sauna. Fucking look at he's got everything.
Yeah. So I wanted to get a sauna and this ice. This is like $3,000. Apparently, just there's no ice, but it keeps the water at like the coldest temperature.
That's cheap, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's bad, man. Because
I'd get one, but my dog would fucking chew that thing to pieces.
But it's wood though.
My dog's a mini horse. It would fucking that hose right there is going straight into his mouth.
I think this thing's cool, man. What do you think? You guys think I should buy that or what? Like, I don't know.
Get that.
Yeah, I keep toying with the idea of getting like Missy's got like we go to the Tractor Supply and they've always got those metal troughs. And I should get one of those and then go and get ice.
Well,
I got it. Yeah.
I thought about that, but this thing like keeps the water fresh and filtered, so like you don't have to do anything.
You want the bougie one?
That's not because it's bougie. I just don't want to do any work.
Fair.
It's already going to be. It's already going to be.
You want to get out. You want to get out of your jet after a hard flight. And
You're such an ass. You're such an asshole. It's just easy. It's like You know, you get out, it's filtered water. It's, you don't have to
By the way, look at that guy's face. That's bullshit. That water's warm. He's not fucking in cold water. That's not ice.
No, man, this is how I look when I'm in a fucking ice bath.
We don't look the same.
You get like you get a peaceful calm kind of comes over you. No?
No,
Yeah,
I piss.
true though.
I piss and moan when I get in one.
Well, only for the first couple minutes. This is the other one I was looking at. This one's actually a lot nicer, but it's way more money. There's one I think here. What do you think of that, Nathan?
Oh, that's cool.
This one actually makes ice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You ain't fitting in that.
Yeah.
Your 280 ass is not getting in that.
I could fit in here.
These guys are like 150. Look at that. Look how small it is. There's no way your fat ass is getting in there.
Look how much room is around her. I could fit in there.
She's like $120. Get out.
Oh, nah. We're not fitting in that. No way.
I'm a lot smaller than I used to be, Ben. I could fit in here. Look how nice it is.
How long can you do inside one?
I used to do 10 minutes every week after legs.
Wow.
I love it. But I only used to go up to like, because I just do it in the bathtub. I just put like five.
You get your junk in there as well.
Yeah, just like up to my belly button usually is where the water would go. And I just wanted to make sure my legs were in there. But I have to be honest with you guys, man. And I know it's funny because like I follow a couple guys who are scientists and they're like, ice doesn't work and ice baths don't work and blah, blah. But I don't know. This is where I think experience and science maybe don't match because my knees have never felt better. Like
I'm the same. I've been doing 3 minutes in the cold water and then 3 minutes in the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
But I've been doing like, six rounds, 3 or 4 times a week. My knees feel better, but then obviously twice a week I've been doing chiro.
Yeah.
So my knees feel good.
Yeah, no,
I was under the impression that the science was very favorable towards it.
I don't know about ice baths. I know I'm not going to mention any names, but I follow one guy who's very knowledgeable who says ice doesn't do anything to alleviate pain or reduce inflammation. It's just a feeling you get. It's not actually doing anything to the pain that you're having.
Well, I have read studies, and again, I haven't gone too deep into it on that it helps with activating brown fat tissue, like similar to you and me, right, where it burns the brown fat cells.
Okay.
But ice baths are better so you can actually get a fat burn effect from it.
Yeah.
And it also helps inflammation. There's a bunch, like, is it Ben Greenfeld?
I'm not sure.
On it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Listen, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know or don't, like whether it's for or against. All I know is my personal experience has always been very positive using ice baths or even just like ice wraps, because I have wraps that have like the ice sleeve in them.
Oh yeah.
That I put on after leg day, like also helps too. So, if there are studies out there that say it doesn't work, then it's just in my head. But even if it's in your head and it's helping, then so be it.
Might send a little DM, try and get some discounts on one.
Well, we just promoted them. Maybe they'll sponsor the show now. Maybe we'll all get one for free. These are like these Morosco ones are like fucking 10 grand though. I don't think those are gonna.
No, the ice bath. I'm just following the ice bath company. Then I'm gonna message
those
them
guys. Now. Those guys, Nathan.
Should we all follow them?
Those guys are actually in the UK.
Yeah, I just messaged now to try and get one for when I go home.
I messaged you too, you fucker. If you get one before me, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay. We'll do a couple more. If you had to eat one protein, fat, and carb for the rest of your career's life, and it had to be cold, what would it be and why?
Protein, fat.
I'm gonna say tuna with olive oil and brown rice pasta.
Yeah.
Tuna mayo sandwich.
Yeah, you could eat that cold too, but you'd look like a fat fuck.
Chicken, basmati rice, avocado. Yeah.
Yeah, the rice cold, I don't know, but I could do chicken and avocado cold.
No, rice cold.
Rice I eat cold all the time.
Yeah, I could do it. Wouldn't be my favorite, but I could do it. I might even do the pasta with avocado and chicken.
See?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Missy? She's
I'm
like, I'm dieting. I'm fucking starving. I'll eat anything.
I'm no carbs today, so I'm freaking really hungry. I would do like beef, like a beef burger, and then I would do air fried potatoes.
Cold?
Cold, yeah, so good cold.
Beef cold?
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
must be dieting. You would not say this in the off season.
No, I always carry around beef cold. I don't care.
Do you? Are you one of those girls that has like a Ziploc bag with a burger patty in it?
Yes. And it's crazy because I'll go to like events, like Matt will have like work parties and stuff, or like we'll have like weddings to go to. And I will literally put like a burger, turkey burger, regular burger, like in my bra or like in a purse, pull that shit out and I eat it with like a salad or something.
You don't put it in your bra for real, do you?
I swear I did before. I think we went to a Bodybuilders game.
You didn't do just one, right? You did two.
I was gonna. That's Ben's thinking the same thing I'm thinking. I'm like, one tit's like out here.
Yeah. Because they like pat you down and stuff when you go into the baseball game. So I just had it like up in my chest.
That's dedication. That's dedication.
Yeah, for fat, I would definitely do like a nut butter or something. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, that doesn't matter if it's cold or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Why do some pros nowadays have to keep it secret when and where they're going to compete? Why can't they just announce their plans? Love the show. Keep them coming. I think it's just because they're unsure. I don't think anybody's trying to be like secretive, are they?
I think people are unsure for the simple fact is that they want to be more aware of who's doing the show before they enter it. End of the day, everyone is a stock, and if you say you're going to do New York and then you pull out because Nick or someone's doing it, then you look like a bit of a cunt, right?
So you think people don't say because they're like, okay, I want to do New York, but I'm not going to say anything, and then like 4 guys from the top 5 at the Olympia jump in, so that guy just picks the next show. Yeah,
you're missing out. People are like, oh, if you're not a top 4 guy, top 5 guy, right? Let's be honest, you're gonna avoid them anyway. Mm-hmm. I would. It's like saying if Rami goes and does fucking Yamamoto Cup, my black ass probably won't do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to give yourself the best chance of winning for sure.
Yeah, so I think that's the reason. Obviously the guys who no disrespect them, you say tier 3 pros and stuff, they'll say I'm doing this show because they're not asked because they just want to do a show for the sake of doing the show. But for other guys who are that like level one,
tier
like
2,
they need to be a bit more wary of where they're going to place because you don't want to do show after show after show and then you're not getting top 3s or top 2s to get the points. So I think it's more to do with that, and and a lot of the top guys themselves don't do it because they're unsure.
Yeah. Do you think anybody at the top who's doing it is doing it because they think they can shock people and like show up and surprise people?
I don't think no more. I don't think so. I think the top guys, like if they need a win, they'll just jump in a show. But I think they're a bit more wary now. It's a bit it's in the day, it's money. If you walk into a show and you get beat, you're losing something somewhere along the line, and then your credibility is going. So I think it's a bit more. It's like playing chess, right?
Yeah. I don't really know anybody like the last time that they were kept a secret. Like who was the last? Ben, can you think of like the last person that kept their competition plan secret? Like we pretty much know who's doing what. I mean, everybody this year. Like I knew Steve was doing Texas. I knew Hunter was.
Wasn't Akeem a little secretive at one point? Not secretive, but it was just
it was he was like
a little quiet, right?
Yeah.
He was doing we knew he was doing something, but we're not quite sure.
Yeah, we were sure.
And then Rowley Nathan probably knew because he's in that circle, but I think there was we weren't quite sure where we'd see him turn up first.
Yeah. But I wonder sometimes if someone like Rowley is like he's actually just not sure. Like, I don't know what I want to do. I might do this show. I might do that show. Like maybe just.
And with travel as well, you never know like where they can get to. So I don't know, maybe. I just think we're also spoiled at this point of being all access and knowing everything all the time.
Yeah.
We're a little entitled.
People are very spoiled. Yeah. People are very spoiled nowadays.
Like back in the day, it would just be, there wasn't really, you don't have this all access. You don't have a list come out like we do when we're checking, doing the breakdowns and people posting, I'm 10 weeks out, I'm 8 weeks out, I'm 9. We're spoiled with access right now.
A guy was upset yesterday because I didn't post the Nick Walker podcast on audio. And I'm like, well, because it was a short one, right? It was like 20 or 30 minutes long. So I was like, I'm just going to post this on YouTube only. I'm not going to post it on audio. And the guy was like, he wasn't upset, but he's like, I don't know. He's like, why don't you post on audio? And I'm like, it's free, man. I'm like, you still go watch it for free. I'm like, it's on like, but it's just, it goes to the spoiled comment that it's like, I think people just expect to get everything like at their fingertips, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's up to the guy, whoever wants to, like, Missy, do you ever do that? Or do you know anybody who does that? Is anybody in the fitness world like that, where they like keep their plans hush hush until the last minute?
I think some of the girls are, because they're obviously trying to qualify for the Olympia, like the second tier shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, as for me, if I say I'm going to do a show, or if I'm planning to do a show, I say it and I go and do it.
You do it, yeah.
I think it's important for the promoters too, because, you know, they're making money off of us, right? So if they can advertise us, example with the Legion Sports Fest, Chris asked me, like, is it okay if I make a cartoon of you because you're going to do the show? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, any way I can help promote, I would love to.
Yeah.
So,
so you're saying the athletes should say what they're doing so they can help the promoters kind of let everybody know what's going on.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Like a UFC fight, you know, like, like so-and-so's fighting this person, and it's like, it gets more like.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder, actually, on that point, I wonder if promoters should ask guys to sign up, because right now I think what's the time limit? Like, you have to let them know a week before.
6 days, right?
Yeah,
Something
I wonder,
like that, yeah.
How do you think athletes would react if promoters were like, I need to know 4 weeks out?
I think they get less people. I honestly do.
You think so?
Yeah,
I guess some guys like diving it, like jumping in the last minute kind of thing.
Because they don't. Because imagine you sign, because the deal of contract. If you sign it, you sign a contract, and then the promoter of promotion, then you back out.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to pay a fine, right? A fee or something, or whatever. You know, they could bill your ass, but then you could back out because your coach is fucked up. You're just not ready. You've become sick, or someone's died in the family, and shit's happened. So
yeah,
that's why I think people also leave it to the last minute. They just don't know if they're ready.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay. Fouad, for Ben and Fouad, who will place the highest out of the podcast team at the Olympia? I guess Missy, you can answer.
No, Missy places the highest.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Win. That's it. That's the end of it.
Ben, you're so on the fence.
Ben, you're perfect. Perfect. You got us out of that one. No, seriously, what do you think? Other than Missy, because yes, that one's correct. But other than Missy,
I think it's going to be.
Let's not. You know what? Let's not do it. Let's not do it.
Fuck off. We're doing it.
Stop being a pussy, bro. Answer the question.
Off. We're doing it. You've asked it now. It's out there in the ether. I think it's going to be tight between Nathan and Ian.
I think if Nathan can get in the best shape of his life, Nathan can place higher than all.
I think if Nathan stops eating fucking cheat meals, then he might. Yeah. He might get in the top 10.
If Nathan decides to start taking it seriously, then maybe.
If Nathan does some cardio, then he'll probably be classic.
But maybe it doesn't matter, because the bonus for fucking the Olympia is way higher than the other bonuses. So I don't want him to do well.
Yeah.
Bro, if you win the Olympia, you have a big hostile poster the year after.
Dude, trust me, I want you to win the Olympia. Trust me. No, I'm being totally honest. So the only thing, I think if I'm going to break them all down evenly, James brings a fuckload of muscle and great condition.
Yeah.
Ian brings a ton of muscle and great condition. Also, Nick, ton of muscle, great condition. The thing that sets Nathan apart is he's going to be just as big, but with better shape. So that's why I say, as long as Nathan's condition matches theirs, I think Nathan can edge them out. That's my reasoning behind it, for anybody out there wondering. But obviously, no, but I mean, I'm being honest. I'm not just saying that because you're my athlete, but like, I think all four of you guys and I won't just say you four. Like, I mean, you could throw Akeem in there, you could throw Hunter in there, you could throw, there's probably other people I'm forgetting. But it's all like a very, very close group.
Yeah.
That can flip flop any which way. Like Nick could be at the front of that pack. Ian could be at the front of that pack. James could be at the front of that pack. I'm just going off of like, if everybody's 100% bang on, I think Nathan's structure and shape will carry him over. That's all.
Yeah, it's outside of the top 3. I think it could flip flop based on how the final week goes on stress and carbon up, and and that from 4th to 9th and 10th can go in any fucking order.
I even think 3rd is up for grabs. I mean, Brandon is amazing, but I don't think Brandon's
beatable. No, Brandon's beatable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think even from 3rd all the way to 9th. Because I don't think there's any reason why Nathan can't stand with Brandon.
I've stood next to him, bro.
No, I know, but he's bigger now. Have you stood next to the newest Brandon?
Nathan's bigger.
I don't mean in the gym. I mean on stage. Have you stood next to the biggest Brandon?
No, but we get next to each other regular.
Yeah, in the gym. Yeah, and I'm saying it. I think
as fuck, like Brandon's big as fuck, bro.
Yeah, but I think like 3rd through 9th is, like Ben said, is interchangeable. But you still haven't given a definite answer, Ben. What's your answer?
Based on what I've seen, Ian, Nathan, James, Nick.
Ian, Nathan, James, and Nick.
I don't know where. I'm not saying it all here, but that's where.
Yeah, that's.
And I've got Ian and Nathan being super tight and close. I think right now.
What's your reasoning? Because I kind of gave my reasoning why. What's your reasoning for that order?
I think if Nathan is, like you said, the best he's ever been, I'll say it before, when I saw Nathan in the flesh I'm talking like he's not here, by the way, at the Cali Pro, the front shots are some of the best in the world that I've seen.
Yeah.
The most muscular, I think, in person, the only one I've seen better was Phil Heath. And I've said that to plenty of people before. I'm not.
You have said that to me before, even before I signed him.
Yeah, the most muscular for me is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like you said, it was always a question of the back, and I think that's improved. And now it's from the last showing, which was what's the last show you did in Europe?
Spain.
Yeah. So if conditioning is improved from there, then it's going to be a difficult look to beat.
That's what I thought.
That said, right now what I've seen Ian in shape, properly in shape, ready to go, ready to rock and roll, and he gets better and better. So I don't expect much to change from the look of Ian. It's now a case of whether Nathan can take himself from here to here, from here to here, because I think the Spain look versus Ian's last stage look, I think Ian's ahead.
Conditioning, right. I think, and that's what I think the difference is.
But I know that Nathan wasn't 100% for Spain, so now I'm going, well, let's see what he does from Spain to the Olympia, right?
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I think is going to be to overcome with Ian is Nathan is going to have better shape. Ian is going to be more conditioned, and the question is, can Nathan catch up to Ian's conditioning? Because then his shape will put him over.
And again, I don't think he has to be the same condition. I just think he has to be better conditioned than he was in Spain, and the shape is a given for me.
I think he's going to have to be close to.
Close, but I don't think he has to be on a par because the shape is better.
Yeah. I could agree with that. Yeah, I could agree with that.
James, I think, has a completely different look than most of the others, right? He's just, and I spoke to James about this, and he knows it full well. He doesn't have the shape and structure, but he's just going for all out nasty, grainy, old school Dorian look, right? And I like that look, so that's why I have it ahead of Nick, because I think it just is gnarlier. And then I think in terms of bodybuilding, structurally, Nathan is put together better than Nick. I think Ian is better conditioned than Nick. So that's why I have Nick being 3rd. And then I think Ian is better shape. Ian is better conditioned than Ian. So that's why I have Nick being 4th. And then I think James is better shape. Ian is better conditioned than Ian. So that's why I have Nick being lower on that totem pole.
I think Nick and Ian will be close in conditioning, but I think Ian is actually a wider, bigger person. Maybe not more muscular, but bigger on stage.
Ian's side shots are very impressive.
I think I agree with you 100%, but I also don't think people give Ian the credit from the front because he is so wide.
Well.
But just to stand. So when they first come out, the first critique is that front relaxed. I think Ian gains a lot of points there because he is so wide. He has wide shoulders. So I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I mean, we could be totally wrong. It could be totally flip flop. I mean, Nick could be ahead of everybody. So
I'm not putting money on any of that.
Yeah.
I think if Nick wins next week, I think if Nick wins Ian next week, then I think Nick's got probably top 3, top 4, I think, personally. If
Nick wins next week, then Nick is definitely top 5 at the Olympia.
Yeah.
Top 4, I'll say.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that means who else is there for him to beat? Then it's only you. You're the only person that's not at the Arnold. And then James. Yeah. So, I mean, if either of you can beat him, then we have Rami Hadi. That puts, even if you both beat him and Brandon beats him, that puts him in 6th at worst.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look, I'm looking forward to next week, me. So I think it's going to be, next week's going to, I think it sounds daft, but I think next week will determine, it sounds daft, but I think next week will determine the Olympia, kind of, if that makes sense. You know, people can change in 2 weeks. Now, a lot, let's be honest, as pro athletes, it's our game. Yeah. Not much really can go in 2 weeks unless you're way off. Yeah. But if Nick's 100, if Nick's on and Williams on and Nick wins him, then it's game over, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Okay, we'll do one last question and then we'll go. If you had to prep only using items from a gas station, what would you eat?
Beef jerky, rice cakes.
I knew that was coming. What gas station are you going to? Rice cakes?
Bucky's. He's got Bucky's.
Well, for sure, jerky. I probably use Gatorade for my intra. I need a carb source. I don't know if there's rice cakes at my gas station.
Yeah.
I'm just going to grab
rice cakes there.
I'm just going to grab some donuts. Fuck that.
On a prep.
Oh, wait. It's on a prep.
Donuts.
It's on a prep. Sorry, I can't. If there's
Nathan's doing fucking donuts on a prep. On a fucking Olympia prep.
If there's no rice cakes, what are you going to eat at a gas station for carbs?
Bread. White bread.
Yeah, they had bread.
Bread. Yeah, bread. I've always seen bread. Yeah.
Or bagel. Get bagel.
Bagel, yeah.
Oh, there's some microwave rice at a gas station.
That's a fucking high-end gas station, man.
Yeah, there's some microwave rice, right?
I guess some of them, yeah. I mean, it depends on the gas station. Fuck, some of them have everything.
That's what I mean. Bucky's here in Texas. You got everything.
Yeah, American gas stations have literally everything.
American grocery store. Yeah, you guys.
Hey, you go to a QT over here. They're fully fucking equipped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then in England, we've got the Tesco Expresses and the M&S.
Back home, right?
You got everything there. You can get fucking smoked salmon in the M&S gas station.
I want to ask this one last question. Who on the podcast do you think is the hardest working or least hardest working? And it does not have to be about the gym. And the reason I asked it is not because I think we should actually rank them, because I don't think there's a way to rank it. But aren't we all the same?
I believe so, because people do their own work, right? People have got their own goals and their own things to do in life.
But I mean, like
you're hard working with Hostile. You know, the athletes are doing their thing with, you know, YouTube and movie, with the YouTube stuff and training. I think everyone's different, but they're still all at 100%, right?
Well, that's what I mean, is like, isn't work ethic kind of up here? It's not like what you're actually doing. It's like, but we all kind of have the same mindset, right?
Yeah.
Ben?
I guess. I'm a lazy fuck outside of things I don't need to do.
Well, I'm the same way. But what I'm saying is we get stuff
my
done.
workload with clients and my training is as good as anyone. What I have to do around keeping the ranch, my wife would tell me I'm a lazy cunt.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like my wife's like
our dryer broke, and I was like, just buy a new one. And she's like, no, it's just the heating element broke in it. I'm like, yeah, buy a new one.
No.
Like just buy a whole new. I was like, she's like, well, just order the element. I'm like, no, because then I've got to try and learn how to dismantle the fucking thing, put it back together, buy a new one, and I'll just take that one. Actually, I'll get a Mexican to come take the old one away and then push the other one in place. I don't have time or patience for that shit.
Yeah. Now I know why me and you get along so well.
I'm inherently lazy with things I don't care about.
Yeah, but I don't think that means you have bad work ethic. I think work ethic is if you know you have something to do and you fucking procrastinate on it, or you're lazy, you don't do it. And I don't think any of us are like that.
I feel like I see Guy doing like yard work, and I'm like, yeah, no. I'm about that.
Our time, I think our time is like super valuable. So like where we put that, like our efforts, whether it's like our career in bodybuilding or our clients, whatever we're doing, like yard work, we hired someone to do it because
right. Yeah,
we make money different ways, you know.
So are we saying guys' work ethic is the worst?
No, we're saying that Guy is not busy enough with important shit. And
but maybe his garden is important to him.
No, in like real important things, like actual things that matter, not your fucking vegetable patch.
Yeah, I'm with Nathan. I think everybody has their own thing that they are passionate about, and I think we're all the same when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean,
well, put it this way: my wife is the opposite of me. Like, if I wake up and I'm for some reason I don't have any client check-ins and it's a rest day, I could happily lay in bed all fucking day.
Isn't that the best? Just watch TV and eat your meals. Don't fucking move.
She can't do it. Like she'll play Candy Crush for about 5 minutes and be like, right, I have to do something. I have to go and do shit. And I'm like, oh, it's so tiresome watching you. Stop it.
I'm the same. When I have nothing to do, I'm like, I'll watch hours of TV. I'm just like,
yeah, and utter shit as well. Stuff I'm like, I don't even know how I ended up here, but this is pointless and does not add to my life whatsoever. But I'm watching this documentary on how to make a fucking piece of paper. And
does that mean we're fucking lazy?
I'll take that. I don't care. I don't have an ego. I call me lazy, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that during like an off season, I want to just like sit and chill when I have like downtime. But now when I have downtime, I'm like, no, I got to keep going. Like there's so much stuff I need to get done.
But that's because you're prepping.
Yeah.
True. I think all of us are like that when we're prepping.
Yeah.
See, it's funny. I think we are lazy actually, because now that I think about it, when I've had a couple like entrepreneurs on the podcast, like high fucking energy people, and even in their downtime, they are working. You know, like I had Brent, right? You know, Ben, you know, sure, Brent, the owner of.
I do not. He's preps as well.
Yeah. So the owner of Armada, Nathan, owner of the manufacturing plant that makes our products, I had him on the podcast. The guy runs Armada, which is like they probably have like 15 to 20 very large brands that they take care of. So he runs Armada, and this guy's involved in all the emails. So imagine this, Nathan. So like when anybody from our staff sends an email to the manufacturing plant, we copy him on it. So you got to imagine every email that goes through, he's getting like a ding on his phone. And then multiply that by all the companies he's working with. So his phone is probably constantly, right? So he's running the fucking manufacturing plant. Then he also competes. He also has 2 kids. And he also owns 2 gyms.
Fucking hell.
And so I'm talking to him on the podcast. I'm like, so like when you go on vacation, is that your time to like shut it down? He's like, no, I pretend I'm having a good time for my family, but I really want to be working. So I'm like, when I think of people,
right? Bro, that's what it's about.
Yeah. Like when I think of people like that, I'm like, yeah, that guy has a work ethic. So it's like, it's tough to.
And we're lazy.
We're lazy. All right. Anyway, Missy, I'm sorry I kept you so long. I'm going to let you go. I know you're 2 weeks out, or you're a week out now from the Arnolds.
A week out. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, we all wish you luck. We hope you win.
Thank you.
Then if we don't talk again before the Olympia, we hope you crush it again and get number 2.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm freaking ready to get on stage now.
Right? You look like you're ready to go on stage right now.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, thanks for coming on. I'll see you guys next week. Or Nathan, you're still good to go next week, right?
Yeah, but of course, next week and even the day before the show. I don't give a fuck.
On the plane. Just call them on the plane, mate. They'll fucking... Don't worry.
I just jump on, bro. I just jump on.
All right.
Fuck that shit.
All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.